Good morning everyone. Myself Patel ma'am from SGM College Karat. Today we will start with the third chapter in OCM, that was the entrepreneurship development. As I started earlier also, many points up till the last point was the characteristic of entrepreneur. It is teach to you. Further I am going to teach you the next point, which is the qualities of a successful entrepreneur, and further we will see. Let's see today with the point qualities of a successful entrepreneur. You know very well what is entrepreneur. Entrepreneur, it plays a very important role in the socio and economic development of the country. How first it was say that large scale industry should flourish, then only industries will be at the very greater level, development will be there. No, okay, but today entrepreneurship development should be there. At that time the country's development will be there. So in the last point that was, we all have seen, that was about the characteristics of entrepreneur. That means what characteristics an entrepreneur should have, like intellectual capabilities, he should be a hard worker, he should be futuristic in nature, he should have a good communication skill, highly optimistic in nature. All these things we have seen in the last lecture. Today we will see the further point, that what qualities a successful entrepreneur should have. What quality an entrepreneur should have? Like always an entrepreneur want to be successful. Whenever he stands in the market, at that time he stands with such a great force that he always think that he should be a successful person always in the market. At that time what good quality you should possess when you are a good entrepreneur? Today we will see it is divided into 10 points. Already I have written the point. Okay, then first one is what? Discipline. It's very common, all this thing, a common businessman also have this, but when you want to become a good entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur, this good quality always you should possess. The first is a discipline. Like of course these individuals are focused on making their business work and eliminate all the hindrances. That means any problem which ever come in the business should not distract the goal. Like every businessman is goal oriented. A goal is set for every entrepreneur and he has to achieve that goal with a main motive to earn a profit also. So any distraction which comes over here should not be there. Always he should have a good aim, and every time whenever he is distracted, any problem occur or any hindrances come should be overlooked. An entrepreneur has comprehensive strategies and outline the tactics to accomplish them. That means whenever an entrepreneur has some or the another hindrances or problem, at that time you should remove the problem with a good tactic. Tactic means what? Your style. Every person has their own tactic, like to solve the problem. Okay, my tactic is like this, I can solve it in this way. If I say you'll solve in another way. But the another thing is what? You should always solve the problem. So always you should put some strategies and outline and tactics to accomplish them. Successful entrepreneur is disciplined enough to take step every day toward the achievement of the objective. That means every businessman wants the achievement of the objective, always should be successful. So he should always work in a proper and disciplined way. Number 2 is what? Confidence. Like of course you should be self-confidence, you should be self-motivated. You always have to work in that way only. Self-confidence, the entrepreneur does not ask question about whether he can succeed or whether he is worthy of success. Always remember, entrepreneur does not ask question to anyone that I'll be successful, or I'll do like this, or I can work like this. He doesn't say in any way. Entrepreneur does not ask question about whether he can succeed or whether he is worthy of success. He is confident with the knowledge that he will make his business succeed. He shows that confidence is everything that he does. That always he say what? That he will be successful. Always he say in such a way that he will always be success in some or the another way. So he is having always self-confident. Number 3 is he is open-minded. Number 3, it is said that he is open-minded. That means he realizes that every event and situation is a business opportunity. Every time when he works, at that time he knows that when I work in this way, I'll achieve the objective and I'll bang the opportunity. You know very well, opportunity knock the doors only once. Yes or no? 10 times the opportunity will not come towards you. Opportunity comes, but that should be bang, that should be achieved. So ideas are constantly being generated about workflows and efficiency, people, skill and potential new businesses. He has the ability to look at everything around him and focus it towards his goal. So ability is there, his work is there, his goal achievement is there, that he always has. So he should be open-minded. Whatever event, situation come, any business opportunity he should grab and he should bang upon the opportunity. Number 4 is self-starter. Always start, whatever the start which you are giving should be with you only. Self-starter, entrepreneur knows that if anything needs to be done, he should start it himself. That, like as I said you earlier also, entrepreneur is a creator, he is an innovator, he is such a person who always do something new which is different from the other. So at that time self-starter is always obviously to him. He always do such a thing that he always start new something by himself only. So he is a self-starter. He set the parameter and make sure that the project follow the path. He is a proactive, not waiting for someone to give him the permission. Like of course no permission, nobody is there who is going to give the permission to the entrepreneur. He himself is the boss. He is a very proactive person and always he has some or the other outline of the plan, and what work he does is according to the plan only. So he set the parameters and make sure that project follow the path. That means what project he is doing always should relate with this only. Got it? Next is the competitive. Now always in here he is a competitive, like many companies are formed because an entrepreneur know that he can do a job better than other. Yes or no? Every time entrepreneur prove himself that I am different from other. I am going to work in such a way that I will be different from other. I'll create something new into the market. I'll grab all the market in many ways. So always he is what? He is working in a competitive level, and an entrepreneur will highlight his own company track record of success. He need to win the game of the business. He is such a big competitor that he always wants to win the game of the business. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6 is creativity. As you all know very well, entrepreneur is an innovator, is a creator. Always he brings something new into the market which is different from other. He will always be success in the market. He always play a game in the market in which he becomes successful. So always one aspect of creativity is being able to make connections between seemingly unrelated event or situation. He will repurpose products to market for new industries. Entrepreneur often come up with solutions which are synthesis of other items. Always, if example I'll give you, if one item of mine is not sold, at that time I know that this item is not working in the market, it is not, the sale is not there. At that time that only item I should not repeat it again and again and be sale into the market, because it is not demanded. So that only something new which if I'll do, at that time that can attract the customer and can get a big good response also of a customer. So always creativity is there, the touch of creativeness should be there of the entrepreneur. Number 7 is determination. You should always be determined in your work. Okay? The entrepreneur is not thought to by the defeat. That means if defeat comes, he is not been slowed down. No. Always remember, success and failure is there in every business. How to take that success or failure depends upon you as an entrepreneur. If I am very successful into the market, that I am having as a king, I should not be there in the market. Always as a common competitor only I should work in the market. Okay, but if I get failure also, I should not be demoralized. Okay, failure obviously will come. Success is there, like that failure will come, but you should not get the failure as a part of a loss over here. Okay, so entrepreneur always look at defeat as an opportunity for success. He is determined to make all of their endeavors succeed. So will try and will try until he does. You know the proverb, everyone? Try, but don't try. Try till you succeed. Yes or no? This proverb is very well suited to the entrepreneur. He always tries level best to be success into the market. Successful entrepreneur does not believe that something cannot be done. Yes or no? Never. Nothing is impossible in the world. Everything but to the entrepreneur is going to be possible only. So every time impossible word is not used by the entrepreneur. He always try to get the things done in a very better way. That is the number 7. Number 8 is strong communication skill. Communication plays a very important role because here too many persons are there who are related in the communication. Strong communication skill. Various type of a skill you all have, but one of the important part of a skill that an entrepreneur should have is the good communication. You should communicate with as a part of a seller, as a part of a buyer, as a competitor, or as a market dealer. Any part, whatever you are as an entrepreneur, you should always have a good communication skill. That if you want to sell the product, and always you should sell with a good communication skill, and with that you have to motivate the employee also. Most successful entrepreneur knows how to motivate his employee so the business grows overall. He is very good at highlighting the benefits of any situation and coaching others to their success. When you want to become a successful, at that time always you should motivate your employees, those who are working in the organization, and you should always motivate yourself also and have a good communication skills. Number 9 is strong work ethic. Ethic means the good or bad. Ethic shows you the good way also and the bad way also. Now work ethic means what? Let's see. The successful entrepreneur often be the first person to arrive at the office and the last one to leave. When you are an entrepreneur and this is a big organization, that at that time you will say, well, it's my business. Anytime I'll come, anytime I'll go. No. You should be the first one in the office to come and the last one in the office to go. Otherwise you will say other person to sit and work and you are not working. See, always remember an entrepreneur should always be a hard worker. He should always be a hard worker, and he should, as if his business is only there, day and night together also he has to put and he has to work. So he will come on his off days to make sure the outcome meet his expectations. His mind is constantly on work, whether he is there in the office or in no. That means every entrepreneur is always by mind and heart in the office only. Day and night he works. He should be the first one in the office to come and the last one in the office to go. Whenever off days are there, weekends are there, he should not always enjoy all this. He should come in the office. Why? Because he wants to meet the expectations. Like this work ethic he should have. And the last one is passion. People say you should be passionate in your work. Every person, when you work in some or the another business, you feel passionate to work. So passion is the most important trait of a successful entrepreneur. He genuinely loves his work. He is willing to put those extra hours to make the business success. Why? Because there is a joy in his business which gives him beyond the money. A successful entrepreneur will always be reading and researching ways to make the business better. Sorry. Always remember, passionate about the work means you should love your work. Yes or no? Nobody should force you to do the work. When you are a businessman, you have to love, you have to enjoy your work. Either you are working day and night, extra hours on the weekends, or you are the first one to come or the last one to go. Okay, every time you should love the work. You should feel enjoyment in the work. Always remember. So love and enjoyment should there in the work. You should feel passionate about the work. This 10 always qualities a successful entrepreneur should have. Got it, everyone? Yes or no? Okay. Let's move on ahead. The next one which we will see now is the functions of an entrepreneur. Let's see further functions of an entrepreneur. Functions. 7 entrepreneur functions are given. Number 1, which is given over here, is innovation. You all know very well that an entrepreneur should be an innovator, should be a creator. Number 2 is determination of objectives. Determination of objectives. Number 3 is development of market. Development of market. Number 4 is new technology. Number 5 is good relation. Number 6 is organizing funds. And number 7, the last one function, is the taking decisions. These 7 functions are there for entrepreneur. Let's see into detail. The first one is, I said you, is the innovation. As you all know very well, an entrepreneur itself is an innovator, a creator, a person who is doing something different from the others. So this is the function, that means this is the work an entrepreneur is doing when he is there in the business. He take various type of a decision, he determine the objective, he develop the market, all this thing. So entrepreneur is basically an innovator. He introduces new combination of means of production. He must introduce new product to bring changes in the existing product. Customers are satisfied with, you know very well that customer, like entrepreneur is customer oriented. He always bring new product into the market that bring what? That brings satisfaction. To whom? Satisfaction to customers. So customers are satisfied with new product or features in the existing product. Innovation is necessary to solve the problem that arises into the business. So always remember, basically an entrepreneur is an innovator, a person who always bring new combination, new means together, and always satisfy. Always satisfy who? Satisfy the customer in the various form. So entrepreneur is always going to bring as an innovation. Number 2 is determination of objective. Now always entrepreneur has to determine the aims and objective of the business. There may be difference between primary and secondary objective of the enterprise. He can change these objectives as per the market situation. Now entrepreneur always have aim and objective, that this is the aim I have to reach here, this is the objective I have to do this. Whenever your aim and objective comes, at that time you only have to decide this is primary, this is secondary. That means I have to do this first and I have to do this next by seeing the different situations in the market. Number 3 is the development of the market. Now not only you have to achieve the aim, but you have to do the various development in the market also. The entrepreneur has to find out different ways for marketing of product and services of his enterprise. He can conduct surveys or research to understand the customer's demand. What is the customer demand? You have to know this, and on that basis you have to do the various types of surveys. On the basis of survey you will come to know what is the demand. When the markets are developed constantly, the demand will increase. So directly or indirectly, the customer satisfaction is the main important point. But how the customers are satisfied in the various way, that is also seen over here. And you have to, as an entrepreneur, you have to develop the market. Market development plays a very, very important role over here. Then the next is new technology. We have to come with a new technology. Always remember, various type of the technologies are there which are brought every time into the market. Updated new methods of technology should always be used over here. In the global world, every day there is an invention of a new technology. Introduction of new technology always give good result in the business. New machinery, advanced technology, new scientific methods of production, distribution, marketing skills, all these types of the thing should be there in the market, that is going to bring the update of each and every one. So all entrepreneurs should adopt new methods of production, technologies, etc. Next is good relations. Of course, entrepreneur now should have a good relations. Good relations with whom? It is necessary to maintain healthy working atmosphere in an organization. It depends upon the efficient relation between subordinate and superior. Coordination among the employee is the key of success. You should have a good relation as he is working in the organization as a superior or with the others or with their friends, with the competitive other sellers, buyers. You should always have a good relation. Good relation you have to maintain with a coordination. You have to work coordinately and with good relations. Next is he has to organize funds. You know very well, money is the most important key factor over here. Organizing a fund, that means you have to collect the funds. How you will organize all the various types of the funds which comes in the financial resources. Entrepreneur need to find out different financial resources because educate and continuous finance is always necessary. Always when you do the business, you need finance in a continuous form. You need always, when you want your business to be in a continuous form, at that time you need finance. Finance is the lifeblood of the business, and without blood can you survive? No. Just like that, without finance, business cannot survive. So entrepreneur should always organize the various type of the fund. Various type of the fund will be organized in the various way, yes or no, and at that time that is going to do in the continuous form of the business. Good and honest relation with the investor is necessary for every business. Like when an entrepreneur will have a good and the honest relationship with the investors, those who are ready to invest in the business, at that time he will get the adequate amount of the financial resources. And the last one is the taking decision. Now taking decision, like decision is in the hands of the entrepreneur only, but entrepreneur has to take a very wise decision. That means you hasty decision in a hurriedly cannot take, but sometimes he has to take a wise and quick decision. Good, wise and quick decision should be taken by the entrepreneur. So timely and correct decisions are also important and necessary for the proper business plan. When you want to do a proper business plan, at that time good timely decision should be taken into the account. Proper decision you have to do. You should always consider the pros and cons before taking any business decision. When you are taking any decision, at that time you should know this is done, this is not done. Okay, that means if I do this, at that time this can happen. Pros and cons means when if I do this loss can be there. If I do this, profit can be there. That means up and down, whatever is there, you should know about it. Got it, everyone? Okay, that was the taking decision. So these are the functions, the work, the role played by the entrepreneur while he is doing the business. While he is doing the different type of the businesses, different type of the work, at that time he work in this way. He is always a good decision maker. He always take a wise decision. Then he is an innovator. Basically, he is an innovator. He is a creator. New combination, introduction of the new of the products he combine together and he bring into the market. He not only bring into the market, he develop the market. Always he has a new technology level 2. So all these things are done in the functions of the entrepreneur, and obviously entrepreneur is a person who adopt the new technology. Okay, so we have seen what? First we have seen the qualities of a successful entrepreneur. These 10 qualities you should have always for being a successful entrepreneur. And then we have seen the functions of a entrepreneur. 7 functions of entrepreneur are there. Further we will see in the next lecture. Thank you.